Research Case Study Presentation by Demetrius Feaster Sr., Full Sail University. Negotiation and Deal Making. 1. Set up and describe the conflict negotiation in the case study as well as the parties involved in the negotiation. For this assignment, I picked the cast of Friends negotiate for $1 million an episode. The initial conflict was that NBC jumped the gun when announcing the 10th season that will be the last for the Friends show and the biggest show of the show's season. The parties involved were the entire cast of the Friends sitcom and the national broadcasting company who distributes the Friends franchise. Warner Brothers owns the rights to the franchise. Identify the positions. Example, the tangible things that are requested of each of the parties. This made it so that NBC had no leverage when going into negotiations with the cast of the show. Jennifer Aniston, who is the main actress of the show, basically helped drive the negotiations for the historical salaries that the cast received. NBC's initial framing was that they had to have the show on one more year because of their lack of content that performed like the Friends franchise. Jennifer Aniston's positions was that she needed to spend more time raising her family. She was only willing to commit to 18 episodes. 3. Identify the interests. Example, the underlying desires that were implied of each party. NBC was motivated by the viewership per episode of 18 to 34 prime advertising demographics. 25 million people watched on an average. This allowed the cast to anchor first and anchor high. The whole cast wanted to end the show after the 9th season finished. They received an award for the best comic sitcom, which fueled the drive for the actors to want to do one more season. They wanted to go out on top. 4. Identify and discuss at least 3 negotiation techniques concepts from our course that were presented in this conflict negotiation. Example, objective criteria, dirty tricks, separating the people from the problem, BATNAS, negative emotions, mutual benefits, affiliations, appreciation, autonomy, roles, status, etc. I will be using the objective criteria, mutual benefits, and best alternative to negotiated agreement. The objective criteria for negotiations were that the cast did not want to do the 10th season. The network, however, wanted one more season because of the advertising revenue the show would potentially earn. The mutual benefit for all parties involved would be publicity and financial gain, short-term as well as long-term. Warner Brothers, who owns the rights to the show, would make a considerable profit from the investment from the NBC. Network shows normally are picked up with a 22 to 24 episode season. The best alternative to this negotiated agreement had a commitment from the cast of 18 episodes with the additional shows, recuts of shows that aired the season prior to fill in time slots. 5. Analyze what went well in the negotiation process, not the outcome. For the show to make such an historical imprint on the entertainment industry, it showed how a great cast and crew could produce a high-in-demand show that broke all records established at that time. NBC may have lost financially with the initial investment, but benefited the most by focusing the viewer's attention for an additional season as well as long-term replayable content. They all reached a BATNA. This also changed the status of the actors from regular to A-list. The cast received the same pay for the last season. 6. Analyze what went wrong in the negotiation process, not the outcome. the negotiation process went wrong when NBC announced the 10th season without negotiating with the actors first. At this point, the actors can ask for whatever they want as part of their concessions. The actors had the upper hand before even entering into negotiations. Number 7, discuss whether an agreement was reached. If an agreement was reached, what was it? There was an agreement that was met by Warner Brothers, NBC, and the 6 main cast of Friends. They all agreed to film one more season of the show. They settled on 18 episodes and $1 million per episode per cast member. Warner Brothers received $10 million for their stake in the Friends brand. Hey! This agreement will foster in a relationship with the cast, Warner Brothers, and NBC for the long term because of syndication's possibilities. For as long as the 3 parties continue to agree to the undisclosed syndication contracts, the initial investment of $180 million could be recouped when played internationally and nationally throughout the years. Thank you for your time. I am Demetrius Feaster, and this has been Research Case Study.